Hey guys, what's up? Michael J back at it with another video. I am so happy to be back. The fight videos were fun, but dang, I have wanted to make a Star Wars video for so long and a conspiracy video on top of it. And this one's gonna be a good one. I'm very excited for this. I've been thinking about this conspiracy all week and I'm so happy it's finally time to share it with you guys. This one's gonna be really interesting. Now, I know episode 7's been out for a while, but this is where the theory takes place. We're gonna be talking about Han Solo and Kylo Ren. Specifically, when Kylo killed his dad. Where's my lightsaber at? Hey, team! I need a... Oh, that's right. I'm my team. I don't have a team. It's me. I need a lightsaber. I need a lightsaber animation for my character. Can I get a little like zoom and then like a zoom, like a swiping? Okay, I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna get that set up. But sorry, I literally cannot watch this scene without almost tearing up. And a lightsaber, just swinging a lightsaber in there would be perfect to show my emotions towards it. Frustration, sadness, anger, all of the emotions. I feel them all. Tear drips down my face. But I really love Star Wars with a passion, and I know a bunch of you guys do too, so I thought you guys might enjoy talking about this theory. So essentially, this theory explores the idea of Han Solo turning on Kylo Ren's lightsaber and killing himself to save his son from the dark side. Now, you might say, what? There's no way. We saw Kylo kill Han Solo without a doubt. We saw him turn on the lightsaber and run it through him. And yeah, going into this theory and when I first came across it, it was a little hard to believe because it does look like Kylo kinda skewered Han after the lightsaber turned on. If you look at it, yeah, see, he just kinda like pushed it into him right there. And it looks like he's pretty angry. It looks like there's some anger and like some rage and the true dark side on his face after he kills him. But instead of not addressing these things and just saying, it's okay, Han turned it on anyways, I think we actually have some reasons for Kylo to skewer Han and have that rage and be angry as if he's killing him with Han Solo turning on his lightsaber. And this is just crazy because when I sat down, I didn't think I could actually believe it, but the more I read into it, the more I believed it. The more answers fell into place and the more things that lined up that mirrored the originals. All the Star Wars movies, as you know, I'm sure, are kind of like reflective of each other. It's as a poem. They're very artistic in that way. And I think this arc almost mirrors Vader, and I want to talk about that a little bit later. But first, I want to talk about the main points of like how this is actually possible. I mean, if you think about it, in the very beginning of the movie, Kylo Ren had the ability to stop a blaster bolt in mid-air. But as soon as we see him kill Han, or Han kill Han, we see Chewbacca fire on Kylo, and Kylo wasn't even paying attention. He was so distracted because Han Solo just killed himself and took him off guard that he wasn't able to block that blaster bolt. That's very good reason for him not being able to do that. It hurt himself and all he had to do was stop it. We saw him do it earlier. There's no reason he shouldn't have done that. But here's the thing. Kylo was in a lose-lose situation. See, if he didn't kill Han Solo and he came back to Snoke, his master, Snoke would have killed him. This was Kylo Ren's last test to see if he was ready for the dark side, to see if he was ready to follow in Snoke's footsteps. If he came back to Snoke and didn't have killed Han, he'd be dead. Snoke would straight up just kill him. But on the other hand, Kylo would have to kill his father. So it's kind of like, kill your dad or be killed by your master. It's just a suck situation for Kylo. That's all there is to it. By Han killing himself, it essentially saved him the pain of doing it himself. After we see him do it, Kylo almost looks a little startled at first, but we see him say thank you. If Han Solo saw what Kylo was going through and turned on the blade to kill himself so Kylo didn't have to do it, Kylo was essentially saying thank you to Han for saving him from Snoke. Or he's thanking him for the chance at redemption. Because if Kylo would have killed Han, that would have been his final step to the dark side. He would have been completely lost. But while going through this theory, I was like, wait, Star Wars The Last Jedi came out and he almost killed Leia, but he couldn't. He couldn't bring himself to kill his mother. So what if he couldn't bring himself to kill his father? When we see Han and Kylo talk at first, we see him ask for Han's help. What if he had this huge internal struggle of being able to kill his father and he just didn't think he could do it? He didn't believe in himself that he could do it, just like we saw him not be able to kill Leia. And the thing is, Han wasn't mad at Kylo after he died. He wasn't like all cocky and, tell him to screw off, you're the son that never obeyed, you ran away and turned to the dark side and now you killed me, When it happened, he didn't seem surprised at all. And he reached out and touched his face lovingly. Yeah, we see Han's tough and all, but on the inside, he still loves his son. Han Solo has literally blown up the Death Stars and saved the galaxy multiple times, but now it's time for him to save his son. He saves his son from falling to the dark side of the Force. This here is the ultimate hero sacrifice by Han. Kylo needed to kill his father to complete his transition to the dark side. Han fully knew that walking out on that bridge would lead to his death. But when Han got to the bridge, it was like he realized that the choice wasn't if he was going to die or not, it was how he was going to die. Because he realized that if he was killed by Ben, then his son would have fallen fully to the dark side. But if he killed himself, then he could kind of prevent that final act and leave his son with this chance of redemption. Han loved his son so much that he was willing to kill himself and make it look like his son murdered him in cold blood to save himself from being engulfed by this darkness, to save him from the wrath of Snoke, to give him a chance at coming back to the light. If you think about it, it's kind of like Obi-Wan's sacrifice in A New Hope. He sacrificed himself to help Luke, in the future, turn Vader back to the good side. And it was just like he planted that little seed. He gave himself up and gave his life up so he could kind of train Luke and be with Luke and eventually help him turn Vader to the light side. And at the end of Return of the Jedi, Luke was ready to sacrifice himself by throwing away his lightsaber so that he wouldn't turn to the dark side by obeying Sidious and killing Vader. Rey could play the part of Luke in bringing Kylo back to the light side in episode 9 before he does this one last heroic thing and dies. The Star Wars series is literally based on redemption. There's no way Kylo won't be redeemed in episode 9. Obi-Wan let Vader kill him, and Han let Kylo kill him, or killed himself for him. Vader killed his master to save someone he loved, and Kylo killed his master to save Rey, which is someone he loved, by the way. Hashtag Team Reylo for life. All you little Reylo shippers out there, I see you. I see you in the comments. I see you. He's literally following in his grandfather's footsteps, possibly just at a slower pace. We literally saw Han with his dying breath give his son the gift of hope. And this is where Kylo's redemption begins. This is why it was worth it and it wasn't stupid for Han to step out on that bridge of death, which doesn't have any railings. That must be the most dangerous bridge. Like, it's already the bridge of death. Like, don't go on that. That's a dangerous bridge. I feel like the safety precautions and how concerned everyone in the Star Wars universe is about safety in the workspace is like really low. I mean, have you seen the guys when they shot the Death Star and there's no railing and they're right by that big beam? That's so dangerous. Oh my goodness. I'm glad I don't work for the Empire. But for Han Solo's character, there wouldn't be a more meaningful way to go. Harrison Ford has been wanting this hero's death since the very first Star Wars movie, since A New Hope. He was talking to George Lucas and wanted Han to have that hero's death. And saving his son from evil is the ultimate sacrifice. And as we saw, Han died and Kylo continued to be a bad guy. It didn't necessarily pay off now, but I think it will pay off in episode 9. This little seed that Han planted will lead to Kylo's redemption in the future. I want to see this redemption arc from Kylo. I want to see that good in him shine through. I want him to stand up and face his fears, and I want to see him and Rey fighting together again. That was so cool. I think episode 9 takes place a few years after episode 8 leaves us, and I feel like we're gonna see a lot of development on Kylo as well as Rey's story arc, or character arc you might say. I think that they're going to go through a lot of stuff in episode 9. I think in the end, Kylo will have to do something drastic where he almost dies, and then Rey can bring him back to the light right before he passes away or something. Almost like Vader in Return of the Jedi. He turned on his master, the evil Sith Lord, and threw him away down the trash chute. And turned to the dark side right before he died. Like I was saying before, I think Kylo in his character arc is mirroring Vader in his character arc very heavily. I think this is really cool. When Han and Kylo are talking, Kylo says that Ben, Han's son, is gone. He was weak and he was foolish like Han, so Kylo destroyed him. This is very similar to in A New Hope. Obi-Wan was first telling Luke about Vader and that Vader had murdered Anakin. He said that Vader was seduced by the dark side of the Force, Palpatine, just like Kylo was seduced by the dark side of the Force through Snoke when he was a child. I think it even says in the novel that Snoke seduced Kylo while he was in Leia's womb before he was even born. Just like Vader killing Anakin, Kylo claims to have killed Ben. With the Star Wars saga being based on family and redemption, there's no way Kylo won't make a comeback in episode 9 like Vader did in Return of the Jedi. Oh, and real quick, Ben shoving the lightsaber into Han? That can't be Han, right? There's no way Han did that. Well, sort of. I think Ben did do that. I think Kylo did shove that lightsaber into Han even further out of anger. I think he lied to himself and made himself believe that it was in fact him that killed Han. And by giving him this last final push, this kind of solidified in his mind that, he did kill Han Solo. So he could tell himself that he did so that he would turn to the dark side and please his master. And when he did go back and talk to Snoke, Snoke wouldn't be able to detect and tell that Kylo was lying and that Han actually did kill himself. But because Kylo didn't in fact kill him himself, this kind of sets up his return to the light side for the next movie. And like I said, this is a far-fetched theory, but I think there is some truth to it. I think it's really fun to entertain and kind of pick apart how this could work and where it could go and the validity it does have, because there is some there. I hope you guys enjoyed kind of me rumbling through this and explaining this idea best I could. I've had a lot of these things bouncing around in my head all week, and I just wanted to share these with you. If you like the video, comment down below and let me know if you enjoyed the theory, or if you think it's real or not, or if Han, could have killed himself, or if Kylo will be redeemed in episode 9. I think he will be. But share this with a friend and subscribe if you're new here. I appreciate you watching the videos. I'm trying some new things out and tweaking some stuff in the animations, so you might see some stuff coming up that looks a little new or different style. I can't wait to show you guys. I hope you guys will love it, but I'm still got some stuff in the works, so please bear with me. I appreciate all your guys' support. You guys are amazing. I will see you as always in the comments, and until next time, I will see you in the next video. Peace.
No, it's too late!
Bang, bang.